I said, I'll be back. We have a phenomenal content producer, my producer, everybody's producer, even my producer's producer, the producer that's behind the camera's producer. We have the GOAT, Nota's son, Michael Kayunde, aka MK. I'll probably be calling him MK throughout the episode because it's my friend like that. But for you guys, Michael Kayunde, what it do, what it does.
I'm good, Nahenda. How are you? Thank you for having me.
I am great. How is life?
Yo, that's such a tough question. Like, is that how we are going to start? How
That's
is
how we
life?
go- yeah, how
You're
is
actually
life?
reminding me of last weekend, right? I was at Deep in the City.
Yeah.
And then...
Oh, you guys went to Deep in the City and you didn't bother to say, yo, Nahens, let's go to Deep in the City.
Damn, and I had access. Damn, next time. And then Pandeni just asked me, like, yo, how's life? Bro, like a Deep in the City. I'm like, my guy, like, this is not the place for that. But I just feel like that's such a
serious question.
But life is good now.
Okay, we just finished the production, guys. If you don't know, this is the producer for Rock the Boat. So everybody else that has been asking me when I'm taking them to Rundu, this is the plug. This is the person you should be talking
Bro,
to.
I already get a million of those, so please don't encourage it.
I'm trying to get...
take some.
No, I'm trying to get things off my back. So how is life after the production? Because we got it out of the way now.
Yeah.
Who was stressing over the Rock the Boat production for me.
Life after production is nice, man. I actually like when we get to edit and be in those editing sessions because that's when everything is coming to life.
Yeah.
And besides being on the actual filming set, editing is like my second.
Oh, you are in post now?
Yeah, we're in post now. So it's coming together nicely. I can't wait for the world to see.
Yeah, before we get into the conversations of Rock the Boat and everything, I want to hear from you. Like, what's the problem? Like,
With what?
for content producers, don't we have enough of you guys in the country? Because TV is very boring. Right now, we have like, I don't know if the Cosmos show, the one with the police is on TV, but I know NBC have theirs, the cop something. And then we have the breakfast show with Adriano. And then we have Watagwan, which is like, Watagwan is, guys, it's not giving aesthetically for Watagwan.
Did you just not have
who?
Poetic?
Yeah, no, but he's
is
not.
Is he not from Watagwan? Now you are
Yeah,
talking
but he's not from the team point of view to make the show aesthetic and digestible.
Okay, yeah, let you finish asking the question.
Yeah, like, what's up with not having good TV content for Namibia? Don't we have enough content producers? Don't we have budgets?
We do, man, and I feel like all this good content is actually on YouTube. It's not on TV.
Yeah.
That's why you don't see it like that. And I think the problem is the people that are running these production companies are afraid to just switch up things, because the good content that is on YouTube that is being produced by, young people is not necessarily, something that is used on TV. TV people want like the serious stuff but
it's
there
not
are
selling.
It's not selling, yes, but
like NBC is. I'm gonna come for NBC in this episode because we need good TV. NBC is like a shitty show that I saw that. I don't know if it's a court show where like they bang the thing. I don't know if they're using green screen.
I've seen.
Do you know the show?
I think it's on Saturdays and Sundays.
Yeah, they bang, and then everything bangs. It's like they're using green screen.
Yeah.
Like,
no, but I watched that.
Is it the budget?
It's just creativity, man, and I feel like it's the thing of gatekeeping, because gatekeeping happens when you remain in the same position for the longest of time, and a lot of those guys that are in positions of power are there because it's an actual job, and then they lack the creativity that relates to what people want to see on TV. How if you're going to have TV producers that are you know, in their 40s, they won't necessarily cater to you in your 20s in terms of the content they co-sign. That's why we end up having, you know.
Let's not lie. Like, let's compare an SABC that just put Bonang's show on now. They probably have the same age group people in the boardrooms like NBC would.
Yeah.
What's the problem? We could give a Maria Nepembe a
She did have the body with Maria.
Yeah.
But what I've seen is most of those shows never get like second seasons and all of that, and I don't know if that's because of budget.
Yeah, that's my
but
question.
I remember specifically for that one, I think it used to, like, you know, maybe not trend specifically, but people would actually talk about it every Sunday when it aired. So when I saw a show that got that type of reaction, not, you know, get a second season, it was about, like, you know, what are you guys looking for then? Because people actually co-sign this content. Do you get me?
So for this episode, literally, we are going to be asking the national companies, broadcasters.
Yeah.
What is the budget? Do you need the people with the ideas? What is it?
Yeah.
But before we already went into it, I want to give a distinct difference because now we are talking content, but there's a difference between content creating, which on social media, and content producer, which is for TV. Yeah. And you are within. Is it TV? Would I say TV, YouTube, long form content?
Long form content, both actually, TV and YouTube.
Yeah. So there's quite a distinct difference between being a content creator on social media and being a content producer like Michael, that's on TV and YouTube and streaming platforms, DSTV and all of those things. The DSTV Awards just came out. What's your feeling?
My feeling, I like it, man. It's good for the industry. My only beef is the song of the year. You know, I'm a music journalist. Of course, I will have an opinion on that. I just feel like I like all the songs there. You know, let's, you know, make that clear. I like all the songs. However, I just feel like they aren't necessarily 2024 songs. You know, we have Dorado there. We have Bolas. We have Waters, Quelly, that one, that one, and Jehovah, and all of this. Most of these songs I mentioned, if not all, are actually from projects that dropped last year. You know, so I just feel like they didn't give or recognize the songs that were actually trending for this year. I'm not saying those songs didn't trend like into 2024, but if we are saying it's a 2024 award show, why are we not awarding?
But usually, no, you're right, because usually awards are for the previous year. So this would be 2023. Yeah, you're right. If they are making it in 2024.
Yeah, you get me. Yeah. But the rest of the categories, I am quite impressed with. You know, the nominations. Also, maybe just to sort of like not keep it at 4 nominees per categories. Do you get me?
Because, but you have to pay these people, Michael.
Yeah, but it's just a nomination. You know, it's just a nomination. So why are we only keeping it to 4? Like, can we maybe make it 6, 8? I don't know. You know.
In celebration of the Content Creator Awards, what do you think is the difference between a budget that's set for a content production and for an influencer to create content on social media? Like, because
I'm not sure I get your question. I'm not sure I get your question.
You have production, which, like, for Rock the Boat or for a reality show, and then you have influencers that create the content for social media.
Okay, yeah, I get you.
Because my thing is, are we working with the same budget? Because you have been producing for a long time. Like, are we working with the same budget, or and what's like the distinct difference?
The distinct difference is like the long form budgets need to be, you know, higher, of course, because I'll make use of like Rock the Boat as an example, right? During that weekend, you will know the things that we have to like pay for, transport, accommodation, and we're not even talking about.
No, but I'm not talking about like a production that's out of town.
I
mean, like, you know,
even in Windhoek, it's still, you know, not the same, because for an influencer, all you need is just your phone, and you look good, and you attend that event or the set.
He's underplaying you influencers, guys.
I'm not
He's
underplaying.
He's not checking your content.
That's literally it, right? You just need like minimal equipment to actually make your content.
Yeah.
As opposed to if you are doing a reality show, you need a handa who's gonna have the wardrobe department. You need catering. You need all of those things. This cost items an influencer doesn't have to worry about. You know, we actually have to also cater for influencers. Do you get me? And they're gonna get their money out of. You see?
Okay. What's you have been producing for so long? Like, what is a good budget? Like, that's a A-list production. Like, ace it. Like, you would ace it. Like, what? How much would you need
for like what type of production? And for a season or a one-time?
A season.
You need $1 million, bro.
Who's giving you $1 million in Namibia?
You need $1 million, man. You need $1 million.
Have you ever wrote a proposal, and then in the proposal you're like, guys, give me $1 million?
Even
like, have
more
you ever
than
had
that.
the audacity?
Yeah, even more than that.
For Namibian companies, because I genuinely believe.
Even more than that, I've asked. I mean, I never got it, but I've asked for it. Like,
you have the audacity.
Yeah, no, I have the audacity. I've asked for it, but
because Namibian companies, I don't know what's up with Namibian companies. Like, what's your take on it that they don't sponsor or give monetary funds to productions? So actually,
I actually also blame ourselves as the content creators in this space, because we settle for less. You know, you go to a company and you know they actually have the money, and you settle for just stock and branding.
No, but in actual fact, if you go to I don't want to name companies because then if you go to a company and then you tell them, I need this much, they're literally gonna tell you to jump hoops to prove to them why you would need that much. So it's demoralizing for a content producer or content creator influencer to say, hi, I need 50K to be able to provide.
Even 50K is something that they are not supposed to struggle with. These companies that we are not mentioning.
But you know, Michael, you know that 50K is a conversation with an American company. It's like the world to
demonstrate and prove that you are worthy.
And they won't even end up giving you 50K. They're gonna give you 20.
Yeah, I know. They just don't respect us. You know, they just don't respect and value our work and the value that we actually add to their brands. I don't think they see that. You know, until they start seeing our value, they won't actually give us the money, because they just believe in traditional media. You know, hence influencers don't get the deals and maybe the respect that they deserve, because traditional media is above everybody else. And most of these companies, instead of like going to, and may sound like I'm contradicting myself now because I work for a newspaper, but instead of like paying an influencer, it's more safer for a brand to just place an advert on TV.
But do they get it that influencing is actually new age marketing? Like, it's influencers are supposed financial year. You're supposed to have a budget for influencers.
Also, let's not say like these influencers really have like all the influence in the country. They do. It's really just on social media, bro.
On my hand.
It's really just on social media.
But that is influencing.
But social media is not a representation of our country. Do you get me? And I think that's where these brands are coming from.
See, he's getting it wrong, because influencers are content creators.
Facts.
Operate on social media.
Facts.
So once you take away the element of social media, what does that make them? Just ordinary people.
But
so they have to operate on that platform.
It's a lot of things that they have to factor in, and I'm not defending them, but I think I would also, thread carefully before I, take an influencer over, advertising on radio or in the paper or
Really?
on TV. Yeah.
It's that deep.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
so you want to
that
tell
deep.
me there are people that are sitting in boardrooms, second guessing what an influencer can do for their marketing budget?
Straight up. And,
I think
and you
that's
have
only
to.
in this Namibia.
And you have to. You just can't look at someone trending and be like, I'm gonna give them this to market, because social media is very the longevity is not there. You can be popping now, but in 3 months, 6 months, you may not necessarily have that or command that type of influence. And if this is like a long form campaign, you want to reach the masses. You want and most of the influencers, their influence is literally just in Vindo. Do you get me? And these companies, these brands want to actually
we have a lot of
reach
influencers in the north. We have a lot of influencers in Erongo.
facts.
We have a lot of influence. The south, not so much, but I know, like down to Orange Moon, we have people. So,
But it's the rich, Nahende. It's the rich. Like, and the thing is,
but
like,
you don't give
right
them
now,
a chance to show you the numbers
I think they are like, can I mention brands?
yeah.
I feel like there are certain brands that have given influencers a chance. We have seen these campaigns, Standard Bank is one of them. There were a lot of, influencers that were given an opportunity to just work with Standard Bank.
Can you admit that it worked? Because you are naming,
to a certain extent,
because you are naming Standard Bank because of the influencers that were on the campaigns.
On the campaigns,
Yeah.
I think Coke has also done the same to a certain extent. So they are given the chance, but
We are gonna need more. What I'm saying is, we
Yeah.
are gonna need more Namibian companies to generate
Facts.
an industry, because influencers spend a lot of money. They spend a lot of money.
on what?
Guys,
On what? On
my
what?
God is not checking you guys. They spend a lot of money on videography, photography, makeup, glam, and this. I'm talking about for women now.
For
I
women.
don't females now. I don't know for men.
Yeah.
Like clothes. You need to do product placement of something that you need to buy yourself, so people can see that you are able to actually work with them. Like, it's a lot that goes into it, and Namibian companies are not seeing that. Do you agree with that?
To a certain extent.
Let's go back to your to production wise. In terms of Namibian companies, what do you think are the measures that they need to take in sponsoring for an event? Do you think they should say, this is our services and we sponsor your production? For example, a catering company would say, we're not giving you money, we're giving you food. Or a Jägermeister would say, we're not going to give you money, we are going to provide drinks for bottles for your production. Like, weighing that, do you think it works out? Because clearly we are suffering with the money situation. Like, do you think we should then tap into the services?
I feel like they should, start providing both. If like you give us the stock and money, because the stock
Good
is going to
luck
be
convincing
there.
a Namibian company.
But there are still certain elements and things that need to be paid for. That if you gave us a tent, we still need to pay for security, bro. So a tent is gonna be there, but we still need to pay for security. We still need to pay for content creators, and those ones need to be paid in like monetary terms. So the stock may not necessarily help in that regard. So look at the magnitude of the event. Say, this is the stock we are willing to put down, and this is the money we are willing to put down. At least with
How long do you think it's gonna take us for companies to actually sit around the table and say, because are we there yet? For a content producer,
not even
for your productions, do you get like services and money?
in some instances.
But
No, but you are making it sound like it's like money, but
It's not.
it's enough to cover for production costs, and I feel like we need to move now from getting enough to cover for production costs to actually breaking even, getting us paid, because most of the time
He'll be on my case every time we have a production and then I bring something new. It's like,
how much is it? I want to know how much is it and how much is going to affect the budget. And that's because we don't work with a lot of money. So when you come up with all these crazy ideas, I hear you, but
you support them.
I support them, but the money is not there. That's why we actually need the money, instead of just giving us equipment, branding, and all of that. We appreciate those.
Yeah, like,
but,
are you actually grateful for?
Okay. No, we appreciate that. But I'm saying, most of the time, especially in the position that I am in now, we are the people that have to pay ourselves last, and you can go years without having to pay yourself, and you just get to a point where you are tired of paying others, and there's literally nothing that gets left for you. The production is there, it's done, everybody's paid, but there's nothing for you, and then you're like, I can't be doing this for life.
What would you say is a guarantee to like having a corporate or like an investor on a production? Like, what do they get out of it?
It depends,
is it just marketing, or like
mostly it's just marketing? Marketing, are you pushing their brand to avenues that they haven't gotten by themselves? Are you able to do that? And for like Rock the Boat, that's where we come in, because we like to really ride on the wave of we want to operate the Kavango East, Kavango West market, and a lot of the time
it's also advertising.
A lot of the time those areas are neglected, and we say we are going to be the vehicle to take your brand there.
Geographically, it could be a push to
it could be a push, and we say we are a trusted brand. These people here trust us, so if we introduce you here, you are going to reach the people that you've been wanting to reach.
How long has it taken you to grow your portfolio in content producing? Like, for somebody that is coming up and they want to be a content producer, they have TV show ideas, they have program ideas. How long did it take you to?
That's I don't know how to say it, but I would say, maybe like 10 years. Yeah, and you must factor in school also, because like,
what did you study?
I studied media.
You studied media studies.
Media studies at UNAM.
Okay.
And I have concept notes that I wrote when I was still in university that, some of them only materialized like, after 2020,
Sure.
Yeah, so that's how deep it is. Sometimes you get the idea, but the means and just the team to execute is not there. Sometimes you even forget it, and then someone reaches out and you're able to put it.
So somebody out there, like, what must they do?
They must just put in the hours, man. Put in the hours.
So you must get a job to find your passion.
Yeah. I'm for that. Like, a lot of creatives are on I don't work for what and all of that, and I think that's what has actually, to a certain extent, separated me and my team from a lot of people, because our team, we actually work, bro. So this content creating is on the side. We don't want to do it on the side for life. But the whole thing is, you need to get a job, bro. You need to get a job.
Reality hits, guys.
You need to
get into corporate or retail,
because otherwise you are going to beg for simple things that you can actually do for yourself and want it sponsored. Because if you have a job, you can say, I need to do a production of, I don't know, 20K or something, and then you can, for
but
a
also
period
you must
of time,
pay your,
save
what
for
do they
it.
call it? Pay your high school
Pay
fees.
your school fees, bro. Pay your
School fees,
yeah,
and then you can go
but
with your passion when it starts bringing in the money.
especially in an industry like ours, bro. Why are you not wanting to have a job when you know this thing does not pay? You know, like you look at the average that you get gigs. You know, you don't get gigs every time, but you want to rely on that.
Yeah,
I feel like
and
that's not...
being in this industry, you cannot afford to be broke.
Exactly.
Because you will look like it. It will be a problem. It will be a problem.
And it's not
looking
even
like
about,
your bank account.
It's not even about looking broke.
It's a work in progress.
No, I was here before the other people when we were talking
progress.
about what they do and all of that. Now I'm here, you know, grilling the industry. Why are you putting me in this position? But it's fine. It's fine.
Guys, the podcast is called A Work in Progress, a golden treasure for Namibian content creators.